All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and our home team. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, deep, all day, defense, all day.
Luck on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Luck. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position, now facing third down. They run it here with Gordon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. Badgley able to knock this one through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. After the run, Luck going to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 36.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now it's Love. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did.
There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll fake it. Now Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fletcher. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And he'll give it here to his running back. Finding some room at midfield. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 57 yards on the ground. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll run here with Henderson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Luck. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, you're down there really close, but just 2nd quarter here. What are you doing?
Well, I know that your offense is looking at the sideline saying, let's go for it. But reluctantly, take them off the field and bring out the field goal kicker. A lot of time left in this game. Get 3 points on the board and go back to work.
Yeah, and you're within striking distance. It's not like you're down 30. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Got it.
The Charger drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This is Gordon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Nifty move by Gordon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
65.
Back to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll drop the throw. That one caught by Gibson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2nd and 9 now. His throw incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays are going to pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it. That's what you're looking for.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On 2nd down now, Miles. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On first down, Miles, and he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. He completes this to Sutton. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Gordon. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Go now, 30 base. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Gordon on 1st down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Set up, 18 Gator. 51. Hey, let's get this. Fire.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here's 2nd and 8. This is brought in by Gibson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Set, ready? 18, Gator.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Ready?
Out of the gun now on third down. Throw left side complete. That's Gibson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Back to throw here. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Wrong right. Hey, quick.
On second down, Miles. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal. They'll try the air now with Locke.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On second down now, Miles. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Freestone, travel. Let's go.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now back to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
A first down carry for Henry. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 16-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 16.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Broncos' 13-yard.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And now they have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They'll try the left side. Miles, he'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He's got his tight end Fant. That one good for 24 yards.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. And he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Back to throw. Love. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, Luck. And that is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
Let's go. Hey, Sam off. 53, Mike 53. Here we go. Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, it's Love. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. In for the score. And now they have taken a 4th quarter lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Just don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Going underneath for Gordon. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Back to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
They had to convert there on 4th down, and they ran the football. Major surprise, but they pick it up. Now they've got to really hurry.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometime.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Looking for Woods that time, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Intended for number 88, incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Situation. Let's go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they declined the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them. to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from...